And we are in line 7. It says, He rules by his power forever. His eyes observe the nations. Do not let the rebellious exalt themselves. Selah. Now this right here is important because he's saying, he talking about God, he rules by his power forever. Power forever, yes, because he's omnipotent. He has all power. And the power that Satan has and the authority figures in this world have all that was given by God. The God reserves all power. All power belongs to God. Then it says he rules his power. He rules by his power forever. His eyes observe the nations. So he's looking at the nations now. Do not let the rebellious exalt themselves. And so those who rebel, those who go against God, or those who go against authority. You know, sometimes when people going against authority, they have the tendency to exalt themselves. Oh, well, I got away with this. I can get away with this. I could get away with that. But that's not the case at all. Because while God has all power, his eyes are looking. So even if they do try to exalt themselves, it's not going to last. And then he did a Selah right there. Let's move into our third stanza, line 8. Oh, bless our God, you peoples, and make the voice of his praise to be heard, who keeps our soul among the living and does not allow our feet to be moved. For you, O God, have proved us. You have refined us as silver is refined. You brought us into the net. You laid affliction on our backs. You have caused men to ride over our heads. We went through fire and through water, but you brought us out to rich fulfillment. And so this is what the psalmist is saying. He's saying, oh, bless our God, you peoples, and make the voice of his praise to be heard. So he's saying that the people need to bless God. We always want God to bless us, but we truly, really need to bless God. It says, oh, bless our God, you peoples, and make the voice of his praise to be heard. The voice of his praise to be heard, who keeps our soul among the living and does not allow our feet to be moved or to slip. And so that is God. He's keeping us. And he's keeping us among the living. Because remember, God is not the God of the dead. He's the God of the living. 10. For you, O God, have proved us. And so that proved means that to show something to be true. So God is the one who's going to validate us. You have refined us as silver is refined. Okay, now that refining, you have to go through something when you're refined. But when we do, it's for a purpose. It's to, when you're refined, it's like, and you go through that, and it's like you go through a filter, and you leave all the dross, and we talked about that in our Proverbs study, all the dross and stuff, in that little sifter, and all the pure silver just falls through. So that means that we have to go through something. We have to be refined, because God got to take off those negative things, that bad attitude, those bad spirits, bad vibes, and all of that stuff off of us, out of us, so that we could come through as what? As refined silver. 11. You brought us into the net. You laid affliction on our backs. So you brought us into the net. You laid affliction on our backs. And so That sends us to Lamentations 1:13. Lamentations 1:13 that says, from above he has sent fire into my bones, and it overpowered them. He has spread a net for my feet and turned me back. He has made me desolate and faint all day. Okay, and so that sends us to Ezekiel 12:13. See what that has to say quickly. Ezekiel 12:13 that says, I will also spread my net over him, and he shall be caught in my snare. I will bring him to Babylon, to the land of the Chaldeans, yet he shall not see it, though he shall die there. All right, and also to 17:20, Ezekiel 17:20, that says, I will spread my net over him, and he shall be taken in my snare. I will bring him to Babylon and try him there for the treason which he committed against me. So when you betray God, then you're caught in that net. All right, and so we're going to break here, and we'll pick it up in line 12.